No audio? Now there's audio now. I can see it.
Yeah, it's got to be going.
Gonna take a second.
1, 1, 2.
Yes, he did. Save the
right.
day. Okay, you were saying you're in the... I said, quite astutely, that you only like working on projects that have no chance of success. And then you get burnt out or pressured into not working on things that are successful. Like this show and your comic.
I work on this show. I do. I put effort into this show. Mm-hmm. I love the show. Sometimes I keep weird hours. So sometimes, I'm exhausted by the time the show rolls around.
On Friday at 6?
I woke up, because on Friday, I woke up at like 2 a.m. So I would have been awake for...
Why'd you do that?
Because something's wrong with me.
Would you like people to suggest what that might be?
Is it my obesity, I assume? I don't know, man. I'm trying to get on some drugs or something that just like
that
regulates my schedule. I don't even know if I can get that. I don't know if
you gotta get that.
I want to try and get that. There's so much to do, Dick.
Okay, so your Kickstarter
and instead I played Slay the Spire today for like 4 hours.
That?
It's like a deck building computer game. It's pretty good.
Okay.
It's like I put up a bunch. No, I've been doing a bunch of stuff this week. People saw. I put up the Trans Man music video.
I saw that.
Well, actually, that was edited.
You didn't edit it though.
But I put it up. I uploaded it.
You uploaded it. That's
fucked around with
good.
the thumbnail. There you go.
Okay.
People really like. What's weird is the comments on that video. Everybody goes, "Wow, Vito can really sing." I'm like, I guess like doing stingers for like 3 months didn't convince anyone of that fact. I had to do a stupid Elvis parody.
I don't know if that counts as really singing, though.
Yeah,
do you
doing
think?
a stupid voice.
Oh, hey, oh, hey,
well, that's why I was confused why everybody was so impressed by it. I'm like, can't anyone do a stupid Elvis impression? But
no.
I don't know.
All right, should we do
let's just do this show, you sick bastard.
The volume kind of took me out of it. The whole no sound thing took me out of it. Give us super chats.
Biggest problem in the universe.
Welcome to the biggest problem in the universe.
Yes.
The only show that ranks every problem in the universe. Oh shit, I forgot. From the lack of VR titties to the government being shitty.
That's right.
I'm your host, Dick Masterson. Joining me as always is Vito Giswaldi.
Thanks, Dick. I'm happy to be here.
What's up, my friend?
It's a beautiful Saturday. We had to not do the show yesterday because you were sick.
I was just going to thank you for not being a cock about it, but then you had to go and call me out like that for nothing.
I wasn't being a cock.
For no reason. Absolutely no reason. The amount of work that I do for this show. You bust my balls and my chops.
Other professional
like that.
broadcasters, how often do they get sick? Not often. They specifically
I get sick all the time.
Take care of their bodies so that their audiences are always treated to what they deserve.
I haven't had a beer since Sunday.
Yeah.
Can you believe that? This is my first beer since Sunday. Even though I know it's shredding my liver.
What was your symptoms?
Trans
shooter identity
ideology.
Yeah.
Woke. I was sick with woke.
You got woked.
I went woke and I got broke because of all the woke that I've been doing. It broke my immune system.
Oh God, the woke stuff.
I got sick with the Q. The LGBT, the Q at the end. That's what I got sick with.
I had, the IA+.
Is this boomer tier the stuff that I'm doing right now?
No, you're nailing it, buddy.
Am I nailing it?
My pronouns are...
I'm Q+.
Kiss my ass, buddy. Woo! You're right up there with the greats, Roseanne and...
Kiss my ass.
Yeah, all those.
I shot too many Budweisers, and I was out for the week. I shot all my beer. Oh no, my beer! My gay beer! Oh no!
There's been a lot of that. We're going to talk a little bit about that at some point. What was I going to say?
Can't wait.
I'm glad you're feeling better.
So it's 4/8. Wow. Congratulations on launching the super killer Kickstarter that was out on the 1st of...
Shut up. I'm working on it. It's almost ready to go.
Okay.
Like next week, I think it's going to be ready to go.
Next week?
I'm editing next week.
Okay, 4/15?
4/15.
Drop dead. 4/15 or it's never coming out, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I would have gotten it out earlier, but the Mario movie came out, and I was like, I guess I'm supposed to review the Mario movie. So then I lost a couple days, and I made a bunch of videos and stuff.
let me say that I commend you on your ability to twist a good review into still being a negative review
My
by
review
saying
is negative?
No, because you said why the critics are wrong. I was like, oh, that's an interesting way to say I like the Mario movie, but still make the title
Still
negative.
Make the title, get people emotionally involved.
Yeah, because negativity brings the clicks, right? I thought it was a great idea. I'm being serious.
Yeah,
Doesn't sound like it, but I am.
I mean, I don't like just putting up a video. A lot of people just go, my Mario review. And I go, who the fuck's going to click on that? There's got to be a million of those.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got to have like a twist. And mine is the critics got it wrong.
Did you like it?
I liked it. It's not like, God's gift to creation, but it is what it says on the tin, man. It's a Mario movie.
I missed it because I was sick.
Well, you'll see it, I'm sure.
Nah, it's past. The time is past.
Bro, it's going to be in the theaters for like the next 2 months. That movie's
but everyone already did their
$1 billion.
reviews and stuff. And I feel like I've seen it already.
It's true. Me and you could have done a dual review. I could have been Mario. You could have been Luigi. We could have talked about our thoughts and our feelings.
Oh, well. Maybe next time.
I enjoyed it.
Maybe for the Contra movie, we'll do that.
They're not going to make a Contra movie.
Okay, you ready?
Yes.
Last week, winner is Great Government Firewalls.
Boring.
Great Government Firewalls. Big problem.
Boring problem.
Government restricting what you say. Lack of good VR porn. Number 2.
Should have been number 1. People don't recognize how much that's affecting society.
Yeah, we'll get into that. A negative were mass shooter lotto.
It's a great problem.
But it's fun. People like doing it.
I guess I can't argue with the fun of it.
Yeah, you do it. Don't pretend like you don't do it.
At the beach, you see the beach shooter?
Oh, there was a beach shooter?
Who was the shooter at the beach? Can you guess? Who was it, Dick?
We need a drum roll with gunshots.
That would be good.
Was it a trans lady?
Hold
on. What was it?
Should have actually took the outside line. It was a black man.
A black man went to the beach?
A black man went to the beach.
Maybe he was in a self-defense situation. He thought he was going to drown in the parking lot and started blasting at the water. Is that what happened?
I don't know exactly what happened. It's actually a little convoluted. And then,
what beach was a black guy at? Myrtle Beach or something?
God, what was it? Palm?
Dockweiler?
Something Palms? Isle of Palms? I don't fucking know.
What coast was it on?
Dude, I don't.
You don't know anything other than his race.
I see a black guy shot a bunch of people, and that's another boring one.
How many people did he shoot?
Wake me up when it's a trans lady. I think he shot 4. I don't know if he killed 4 people or shot 4 people.
It doesn't really matter.
Yeah.
I guess we need
love these shootings. I gotta say,
me too, man.
I've officially reached the point of being like, I want one like at least every day. Like
there's more than one every day.
Yeah, but I want
to hear about the black ones too. I want an all 24-hour shooting channel where they give me the cool ones, the ones for white people. Give me the fucking ones for black people too. BET, run a 24-hour shooting network, right?
They and then I get mad when I see on the news when they're like
body cam footage we paid for.
Yeah,
let's get it on TV.
Now I'm like upset when they're like, we actually caught this transgender girl before she did a shooting. I'm like, oh. That would have been a good one.
I don't think that's legal.
To catch them before they shoot people?
Yeah.
It's pre-con.
Because
that's pre-crime,
Like,
man.
I'm planning that in my head all the time.
Every day I'm thinking about it.
What's the difference between me and that person other than they cut their dick off? Like, I'm pretty sure my plan's better and more elaborate. So do I need to go to prison too?
You can't say that. I think if your plan is good
But I'm
enough,
joking.
You go to jail.
Remember?
Yeah, exactly.
Remember?
I'm planning it out in my Minecraft simulation.
It's not legal, right?
I don't know.
This person was planning to shoot up a school. That's not legal. I'm planning to do lots of illegal things. What are you talking about? Arrested.
Oh my God, we're gonna get in trouble. It is true.
We're going to jail.
Yeah. You think about your ideal shooting situations.
There's a lot of quiet on the table now after I said that. Do you think the Daily Wire will come out with like a cooler that has like a concealed carry thing? You can like give me a cold one and then you like bust out a fucking gun in the cooler.
I'll say this about Daily Caller or Daily Wire.
Daily Wire is the one.
Those Daily Wire guys,
the Israel one.
They're very good at marketing. I wish I had an audience of idiots to just sell stupid shit to. Speaking of which, go to superkiller.org and sign up for the mailing list. It's going to be great.
Okay, CG says Vito not knowing what free speech or absolutism means is a pretty compelling argument for Dick's point that Vito should never, ever step foot in a voting booth.
I looked it up. I'm still right.
Aesop says...
You know what I was going to say? I was supposed to bring in the definition of free speech absolutism because I saw these comments going, that's not free speech. Blah, blah, blah.
My head almost exploded when Vito said he is a free speech absolutist and that there are limits to free speech in the same breath.
Yes.
Vito's understanding of the word absolutism is astonishing. Keep going. Sorry, I interrupted you.
Sometimes concepts are defined in ways, okay?
Yeah.
There was
what the definition of is, right? Is that what you're saying?
Sure, whatever.
Yeah.
There was a group of guys who called themselves, essentially defined themselves as free speech absolutists.
Oh, you're one of those guys.
I agree with their tenets, okay?
Okay.
And their tenets are not complete absolutism. It's like to the logical degree. Stop it. You know what? Why do I even fucking bring this up? Forget it. Go look it up. It's on the fucking internet. You can Google it. Okay? This always happens that I use a term correctly and then people go, well, I think, blah. Shut up. Okay?
So when you say you're a free speech absolutist, is there like a trademark symbol on that? Because it doesn't... It means like a brand you're identifying with, not the literal terms.
Sure. When I say I'm a Cleveland Indian, it means I'm a member of the baseball team. It doesn't mean I'm a Native American.
Like the Democratic People's Liberation Army of the Congo is like that's what you're like, where they have child soldiers raping people.
What were the Hitler? The Democratic Socialists or whatever?
National Socialists.
National Socialists. They weren't really socialists.
Well, they were socialists.
Not really.
Well, not to the Jews, but to Germans, yeah. I can't believe you have a reason for your absolutism take.
Because it's correct, because I'm using the word as it is defined among people who discuss these ideas.
But they called themselves that.
Yes.
So then what relevance does it have to anyone else?
It has relevance to those who are willing to look up what the term means.
Well, what is it then? Free speech with limits?
Didn't bring it in. Yeah,
okay.
It's free. It's. Shut up. I'm so done with you fucking people.
Don't you think it's a little peculiar?
What you're talking about is like free speech anarchist. That's what you're saying.
Nah, just free speech. Not anarchist or any group or anything like that.
And you're not a free speech absolutist. I know that.
I am.
No, you aren't.
Sure I am. Name me one speech that I don't want.
Defamation.
I don't think that. No, I think that should be legal.
You think it should be legal to defame people?
Yeah. I think you should be able to sue people for it. But I think it should be legal.
Then it's illegal. What are you talking about? I mean, it's
not
punishable by jail time.
It's illegal. It's legal to break a contract, but you get sued for it. It's a tort.
Yeah, but there's no
N-word.
There's no. All right. I think the mere fact that you would say that defamation is something people should be able to be sued for, means that you are not a free speech absolutist by the way you would define it.
Well, I mean, I don't think you're going to win money for it. But
this isn't about winning.
You could be sued. You could be sued for anything. Okay. Anyway, Brits Man, that trans Elvis song had me farting with laughter. That's wonderful. Galorm the Storm, the power of one dedicated man to do the job of entire corporations. It really is beautiful. I don't know what that was about. A bunch of Nordic letters says Vito asking if there's an Islamic call to prayer with music in it is funny on another level. I think what you said is culturally insensitive when you asked for an Islamic prayer with music.
For one with like a beat and like a melody.
Yeah.
Not just, Yeah, it sounds fucking terrible.
Avarice says Vito is a natural vocalist. Amazing.
Thank you.
That's the end of my comments.
Well, that's fantastic because that brings me to my favorite segment, something I like to call Vote It Up.
Hold on, I forgot about this.
Of course. Wait, which ones have we not played?
No, I have them. See how I had the done folder?
Yeah.
This one's called... Oh, I'll just play it first.
Vote it up, vote it up. Don't you know you got to vote it up? Just go to biggestproblem.show. Go ahead and give it a go. Vote it up, vote it up. Vote it up, vote and don't be a chump. Please go and vote a problem up before the song ends. I really want for Vito to stay one of my friends. I messed up on an edit and I'm making amends. Vote it up, vote it up. Vote it up.
Way to go. That was Bobster, one of my editor guys. I
You didn't have anything about killing your family in there.
Yeah, he kept it very clean. He's a good boy. Doesn't cause no trouble for anyone.
We'll give you an I for incomplete. That's what I grade that.
There needs to be a checkbox. Of,
Yeah.
Look, people can have their own twists on it. They don't all have to say kill your family.
Now, they all have to allude to it.
Yeah, something like that. Well, guys, here on Voted Up, we like to revisit past problems. One of those problems is called Fat Brain, from all the way back in episode number 2, Dick. Can you believe it? It's been that long. Well, an analysis of neuroimaging studies has found that obese individuals have reduced gray matter density and functional activations in the midbrain and thalamus regions of the brain. Reduced gray matter for fatties. These findings could support the reward deficit and inhibitory control deficit theories of obesity.
Wow.
Believe it or not, the reward deficit theory postulates that obese individuals overeat to compensate for a lowered responsivity of reward brain regions in response to food consumption. So fat
brain.
people eating, they don't get as much dopamine as regular people, so they eat more to get extra dopamine. But there's also the inhibitory control deficit theory, which proposes that frontal brain regions responsible for higher level cognitive control are less effective at inhibiting behaviors. That makes fat people more sensitive to the temptation of appetizing foods, leading to overeating.
Wow. You're a good reader.
Sometimes.
You just read all that. Big words. Didn't even stumble on one.
That's a lot of words.
Is it a mental disability? Disability?
Well,
yet?
these
Fat
are all
people?
theories, but they have looked, I guess, at scans of the brain and said that fat people, certain areas are lacking in gray matter. They can't exactly know what's going on.
They put 2 pieces of bread on either side of a microscope and got a fat person to eat it so they could look in their brain.
That's how you get us. Just put bread somewhere and we'll be there.
Yeah.
Well, Dick, that brings me to my favorite problem because it just keeps coming back. Boycott of the week.
We should have a stinger for that.
We should.
Boycott, conservative
'Cause it keeps
boycott of the
happening.
week.
It won't stop. Every week there's a new one. From episode 35, we talked about boycott of the week. Well, last week, transgender social media influencer Dylan Mulvaney
D-Man.
shared a sponsored post on
D-Girl,
Instagram promoting Bud Light's March Madness.
Gay beer.
In response, right-wing figures have proposed a mass boycott of the Budweiser line, with singer-songwriter Kid Rock posting this video. Let's take a look.
3-minute video.
No, it's just
Grandpa's
the front of it.
feeling a little
Okay.
frisky today.
Okay.
Let me say something to all you and
Does
be
that mean gay?
as clear and concise as possible.
He's got his MAGA hat
Okay.
on.
No one has ever said your lyrics were confusing or esoteric. Wow. Oh, wow.
man.
Take that, my own beer.
Look at that.
Bud Light,
Oh.
Anheuser-Busch.
Oh, wow. Wow.
Is that the D-Girl? Yeah.
D-Girl.
That's my D-Girl.
Showing off her Bud Light
Oh,
there.
no woman would open a beer with the tip of her nails. What the fuck, this guy?
I'm worried about getting soap in that beer, but it would probably taste the same knowing what I know of Bud Light. Point is, the right wing is currently trying desperately to organize a mass boycott of Budweiser, which will fail like every right-wing boycott that has ever been attempted.
What about InBev? Fuck them too? The company that owns Anheuser-Busch, or AB, owns InBev, I think.
Well, that's the thing. Is
How
that,
much boycotting do we have to do?
Well, yeah, you can't just I mean, you will hurt their bottom line if you but the thing is, like, if you go, I'm going to drink Red Rock instead, it's like, well, then you're still giving them
own that.
money. Yeah, they own, like,
What does
literally
more
6
harm to
different beer
children?
lines.
Dylan Mulvaney or alcohol?
Probably.
Are there any
Yeah.
kids in their bedrooms going, "Oh God, I hope Dad didn't look
watch
at
a Dylan
Mulvaney's
video. Yeah.
Instagram before he gets home, so he doesn't kick the shit out of me."
You end up a trans influencer, I swear to God. No, Dad, I promise. I'll never be a trans influencer.
Does alcohol counteract the gayness in kids? Like dads they're drinking and then beating the gayness out of the kids, or are they beating?
I think you're beating the
gay
gayness
into them.
into them, yeah.
It's like Ghostbusters.
Don't most gay kids have a past history of childhood trauma of some sort?
Yeah, but I think that's just because they're so goddamn sexy. It's not. It
kids.
doesn't make them gay.
I don't know.
Predators just see them. They're like, "Damn, that's a sexy ass." Actually, they're probably making the predators into predators.
Yeah, well, I don't know what you're going to do about that. But what you can do is go to biggestproblem.show and vote.
Oh, yeah. Okay,
up.
sorry. Here we go.
Vote it up. Vote it up.
What's going to be the next?
Don't you
the
know
next
you
boycott?
got to vote it up?
Well, Jordan Peterson's
Just
already
go
boycotting
to
Nike now.
biggestproblem.show.
I already boycotted
Go
Nike with
ahead
Colin
and
Kaepernick.
give it
Yeah,
a
well,
go.
they're boycotting
Vote it
Pizza
up.
Hut,
Vote it up.
M&Ms. That's a
Vote
big
it up.
one.
Vote and don't be a
M&Ms.
chump.
Yeah, remember one of the M&Ms is
Just go and
trans
vote a
now or
problem up
something.
before the song ends.
I saw you're supposed to,
I really want for Vito to
boycott
stay
Jack
one of my
Daniels.
friends. I
Yes,
messed up
yes.
on an
I
edit
don't think
and I'm
that's
making
right.
amends.
Left-wing
Vote
boycotts,
it up.
though.
Vote it
What's a
up.
left-wing
Vote it
boycott?
up.
They want to boycott everybody in Tennessee, or at least this one lady, because Tennessee has the trans bills going around.
Oh, man. You know what? You know what the biggest problem in the universe is? Not enough people making jokes about Budweiser identifying as beer.
Yeah, that's a good point. That's a good joke.
Man.
I don't
Give me
know.
one more. Come on, put it right into my veins.
Why would you admit
Give
that
me
you're
that.
a Bud Light drinker to begin with?
I've drank Bud Light.
Yeah,
I've drank
but-
tons
but-
of Bud Light.
Okay, but like, do you have Bud Light in your house normally? Like,
I have
people are-
Tecate.
There's guys going like, yeah, but Tecate is like at least like
The same. All that light beer is the same.
I don't know. Just seeing a guy going, I'm gonna empty out my garage fridge, and then I'm gonna empty out my boathouse fridge, and I'm like, you just have like only Bud Light in your fucking fridges, man? You don't drink anything else
Yeah, that is
other than
odd.
that fucking trash? Yeah, it's okay to have some
You have
Bud Light,
nothing else?
but you can have like other beverages.
It's because in LA we're sophisticated, and everywhere else in the country there are a bunch of inbred hillbillies that just drink swill and piss
That's what they
and
like.
throw fits when rainbows and gay shit is on the can.
They didn't even release like her cans. They just sent it to her. They're like, here, Dylon, like put on.
Why do you say
some
Dylon? She's white.
Dylon? I don't know, because it's more fun to say it that way.
Yo,
Yo, Dylon, can you advertise our Bud Light? I don't know,
right.
man. Good boycott, everybody. Well, you're the winner, Dick.
it's so small dick energy. We're boycotting this. Well, actually, we're boycotting that. No, we're boycotting that. Like, you guys, at some point you have to admit that you guys aren't like this big force. You're just like a bunch of fucking losers online. Like, you're just like 10,000 guys online.
Also, if you want to, I mean, I keep seeing right-wing people being like, I don't know why we can't connect with the younger generation. I'm like, because like, even though they love gay people, they think this is gay.
Yeah, what you're doing is gay. They got guys, the other side has guys going
Even
into
the young
schools
people,
and
yeah.
beaches and shooting them, and you guys are like crying over your beer cans. That's why. The first one's awesome.
Yeah.
It's powerful. It's powerful. Not saying I support it, but it's fucking
The kids know-
somebody's winning in that. Somebody's
Yeah.
winning there. I know how to keep score.
The kids think Instagram is cool. They don't think freaking out about some dumb Instagram post and shooting your beer with a gun is cool.
Okay.
All right, winner.
Here's my problem. It's called easy mode in video games.
Oh my.
You ever heard of this?
Are you an easy mode activist, Dick?
I despise easy mode. I've been playing video games. I have this kind of sickness where you could only play video games.
Yeah.
You can't even answer emails.
Sure.
So I've been playing Super Mario 3D World that I
Yeah.
had on my system, but I never played. I
On
just
your what?
opened
On your
it on my
Switch?
Switch. Yeah, and
Not on your Wii U?
no, I don't have that. I have a Wii U, but I didn't buy any games for
You
it.
have a Wii U?
Yeah.
Wow.
Anyway, I've been playing it, and my nephew's been busting my chops for it because he's like, "Yeah, I already beat it, the whole thing. I'm only missing one coin in the whole game." I'm
Wow.
like, "Fuck!" And I'm going through this game, and I'm struggling, and I noticed that if you die like 2 or 3 times
Yeah.
on a level, they give you this box at the beginning of the level where you can hit it and get like an invincible raccoon suit.
Yes.
And so I said, "Hey, and I don't get that because that's cheating.
Right.
It's easy mode. Easy. I don't.
You take the invisible raccoon suit, you can't get hurt.
There's no point to the fucking game."
Yeah.
So I text him back and I said, "Hey, by the way, I'm on the Flower Rosalina world, and I haven't used. By the way." And he goes, "Oh, and that's no big deal, Uncle. I beat all those." At one point, I said, "Well, by the way, I haven't used that invincible raccoon suit even one time." Silence.
Is he using the raccoon suit?
All the kids are.
No.
Vito.
Oh my
All
God.
these kids. Imagine me with my almost infinite willpower
Yeah.
of restraint. I'm barely able to not use the free raccoon suit when I'm getting my ass busted in 3D Mario.
Yeah.
These kids have no chance in hell of resisting it.
No, it's so shiny and exciting.
Yes, and easy.
Yeah.
And you get that little win of beating the level, but you miss out on a lifetime of overcoming adversity to beat that level, or even better yet, failing completely.
Yeah.
And never beating the level.
Never
And
getting
having that
through it.
fire in you for the rest of your life that you never beat Mario 3. And you have to fake it. And you have to always lie about it. They're taking that away from kids. For people that aren't real, that don't even understand video games.
Yeah, well,
What do you think of easy mode on video games?
I mean, I'm opposed to it. Now, some people would argue, disability advocates say,
So
do video games need to be so hard?
that's the first thing I have on my list is wheelchair people.
The disabled, not wheelchair people.
What would you rather be? A wheelchair person or a disabled person? I would rather be a wheelchair person. So these fucking nerds, these postmodernist, Marxist, journalist losers that are
Sure.
trying to indoctrinate little boys with the inability to face adversity, aka easy mode.
Yeah.
The first thing they do when they suck at video games is throw disabled people under the bus, saying, well, I suck at video games. And everyone goes, yeah, fuck you. You suck at video games. Like, actually, no, it's fucking disabled people that we need to make video games
we gotta
easy
help
for.
them out. Their hands are all curled up, little lobster claws. How are they going to make it to the end of the Mario fucking level?
They could play feet video games. They could be a drummer on Rock Band.
Yeah.
Isn't there some sort of feet thing? Rob the Robot
their
with his
feet.
gyroscopes. They could get one of those things out.
They
to
can
put
get an
on.
adaptive controller and feet their way through it.
They could stick like a wee bowling thing up their ass.
Yeah.
And do it like that. Or their mouth. Either one.
Well, it comes down to, I don't know, there's this weird argument where people go, well, shouldn't they be allowed to experience the story? And I'm like, no.
How are you? You should have just fucking done. I did all this research to find these points. The second point, narrative over combat. Easy mode also allows players to experience the game with a different focus. Instead of having to construct the perfect build or hunt for required extras, players can instead focus on the narrative experience. The stories on video games are the worst stories ever told.
Yeah.
The writers on video games are horrible and terrible.
Sure.
Last of Us sucked. As a
Yeah.
show, it was retarded, and the story in the game is also retarded.
Kind of. Yeah.
It's just like all this excitement of the game, and then they cram this dumb story written by someone who's not good enough to write for television, which is trash. Right?
No, I agree. Most video game stories are not very good, but also the stories that are good, and the whole point is that you're experiencing it through the gameplay and the challenge and the excitement.
With terror.
Yeah, yeah. Your
Thank God I got
emotions
through
are
that.
wrapped up in it. It's not you just breezing through it. It's like, what's the point?
It's like they turn easy mode turns video games into like deleting spam emails.
Yeah.
Where you're just going like click, 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 click. You don't have to pay attention. Totally mindless.
Yeah.
It's lobotomizing.
No, I've had a lot
For
of
boys.
I've had a lot of arguments about this this topic. It's a topic
Have you
that's
really?
dear to my heart. Well, yeah, I made a whole video about that Jim Sterling individual.
Who's that?
Big fat loser who says
Oh.
that games should be easier for the disabled and whatever.
Wheelchair people?
The wheelchair people, yeah.
See how they're lying because they don't really care about wheelchair people.
I did once accidentally activate easy mode.
Oh,
In,
yeah?
Final Fantasy 15, they just give you this set of armor that you can't take damage. And I didn't realize that, and I just put it on. I'm like, man, I'm really fucking good at this game. And then I beat a bunch of bosses, and they're like, did you not notice that you weren't taking damage? I'm like, no, because this game sucks. So,
See?
yeah.
See what they've done to us?
Right.
Just by making
Well, it
everything
ended up
easy?
making it felt pointless that I was like, why? I'm not even playing the game. I was just like pressing buttons for the sake of it.
I feel like easy mode even ruined like Doom and Wolfenstein, the original ones for me, because I knew the codes when I got the game.
IDK.
And I was a kid. So I put the codes in, and my only experience playing those games is with the codes.
Cheat codes. Well, what would you
But
say?
then I played it
Yeah.
again. I played it again as an adult when it came out on some system, like an emulator or
Yeah.
something. And it was way, way better.
Yeah, it's
more fun.
interesting to actually play the game and like worry
Instead
about
of walking through walls and doing like a dumb tech demo.
Yeah.
They're ruining video games.
Well, what would you
Vito?
say? I mean, but we've always had, the warp whistle. Skip ahead a couple
That ruined
levels.
it too.
You think? Was that the start?
Yeah, that was the start.
The Mario 3 warp whistle?
That was the start of it.
Skipping around. Well, at least it was really hard to get the warp whistle unless you knew exactly what you were doing.
Saying no to the grind. I love gaming, but the grind isn't part of the appeal to me like it is for others. If I die at the same point over and over again, I don't feel fulfilled when I finally pass it. I feel mentally exhausted. What the fuck, man? So why don't, you know what the real problem here is this guy just wants parents $50 to last them for about 3 hours of silence.
Yeah.
That $50 for you buying your son a video game should last you about 3 months.
I'll say this, though, and this is controversial. I don't know if this is controversial. I'm okay with the save states.
Yeah.
New games now, especially if they'll bring out like a compilation of old games,
Yeah.
they'll let you save wherever you want.
Yeah.
Because those games are like ball-bustingly hard, because back in the day you only had one game and it's like you had to make it last. And now I'm like, okay, I kind of do just want to beat this Contra boss instead of playing the whole level over again.
Contra ruined also by codes. Up, down, down. Turtles game ruined by codes.
Unlimited lives, 30 lives.
Imagine how much better we would be. Like, we can't compete with China now because of our skills and our homosexuality
We can still compete with China.
because of codes. If we didn't have cheat codes and easy mode, and we had to find our easy mode. Kids now, no chance.
Yeah, they just hand it to them. I guess the difference with codes is that, you had to seek it out. It was like a secret. It wasn't built into the game, holding your hand, sucking your dick for you.
In the end, gaming is a very personal experience, and it's a huge part of what attracts me to so many people to the medium. The difficulty setting is just one of many ways to personalize a game, the same as mods or achievement hunting, to name just a few things. Choosing to play on easy mode as part of their gaming experiences is in no way a reflection of the character of the player. Yes, it is.
Yeah, you're a bad person.
Ban it. Make it illegal.
I'll also say this, on the wanting to experience the story thing,
Yeah.
the whole reason we have streaming and like YouTube now.
Yeah.
If you want to experience the story of a game and you don't want to play it, just go watch a guy play it. He'll speed run the whole thing. It'll probably be way more interesting than if you would even played yourself.
No one wants the stories to these fucking things.
Well, you don't play the Dark Souls games.
There's stories to those?
Yeah.
What is it? Like kill a demon?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Great.
They're interesting. Those games are interesting though, because the story is like kind of like esoteric. Like you gotta piece it together and read lore. But that you can all get online. It's part of the community. It's fun.
Vito, imagine if everything had easy mode when we were kids. If you never needed to ask your older brother or sister to beat a game for you.
Yeah.
If you never needed to wait for the bus the next day to school to look for some
Hot tips
on what beats lead Aquaman or Metal Man. It's a lead bubble. Oh, okay. Mega Man.
Talking about the water boss from Mega Man?
It's robbing us of our culture, Vito.
Okay.
Okay?
All right.
That's easy mode on video games. Okay.
Damn it.
Go ahead. Your
Fucking
turn.
culture. Well, my
So
problem...
this fucker thinks he's better at Super Mario than me because he's beat the whole thing with an invincible raccoon suit.
Yeah.
Right? Do you see my problem here?
Well, I do think that is the other part of the problem is that you go, oh my God, I just beat Dark Souls. I can't believe it. And if there was an easy mode, someone else goes, oh yeah, I beat
that
game.
too.
You go, not the same, man. Don't take my achievement away.
Yeah.
Dick, I drove over here in my car. You know what I wasn't wearing?
Seatbelt?
My seatbelt. Because seatbelt laws are the biggest problem in the universe. Dick, why would I wear a seatbelt? What am I, an idiot? I want to be trapped.
Who am I, gay?
What am I, gay?
Yeah.
I want to feel like a guy's grabbing me from behind or around
Do I need
my
a hug
waist.
for driving?
I'm driving, all right? I don't need a little...
Talk about the participation trophy generation.
And worst of all, I mean, is this in every car? I guess, is this a law? I guess it was on my job to look it up. But this fucking beeping from my car, that's like,
worst.
hey, wear that seatbelt?
Yeah.
Beep, beep, beep. Beep, beep, beep. And I'm like,
Nag,
no,
nag,
I'm
nag.
not wearing it, motherfucker. And it's great that I've tuned it out, but then other people get in my car and they go, hey, what's that alarm?
Put the fucking seatbelt on. You are the worst kind of person.
No, I don't want to.
Beep, beep. Bro.
That's your car's fault. That's got nothing to do with me. I don't want to wear the seatbelt.
Put it on.
Dick, the seatbelt is the ultimate form of, what's that word? Fascism, of course.
Okay.
This is the state dictating and taking away our personal freedoms. all because of their weird backdoor hand job deals. Now, in 1968, that's not important. Who cares about that? In 1966, Congress passed the National Traffic and Motor Vehicle Safety Act that issue standard 208 requiring all automobiles have seat belts. In 1975, about 10 years later, the standard was required to require passive restraints such as airbags, which would automatically protect the driver whether or not they chose to use them. But here's where things get complicated, Dick.
Yeah.
In 1976, Secretary of Transportation William Coleman suspended the requirement for passive restraints.
Oh.
He said, you know what? We're Americans. What do we need these fucking
build this however we want.
gay belts for? We don't need that. That's stupid. But that requirement was then reinstated by the next Secretary of Transportation, Brock Adams, then rescinded again under Secretary of Transportation Andrew Lewis. We had this constant governmental, put on the seatbelt, take it off, put it back on. If you this constant rigmarole.
Okay.
What was happening? And then finally, as all things do, the money entered the equation, Dick. Insurance companies would lose money without seatbelt laws because more people go flying through the fucking windshield.
Is that true?
That is true.
It's an insurance company thing?
It's an insurance company thing. The insurance companies
And they didn't lower the rates, did they?
No, not at all.
Okay, so they were spending money because people were dying. So they said make a law.
So they sued the federal government and said, you can't keep changing seatbelt laws. You can't have a law and then take it away. You need to make this mandatory. This was State Farm in 1983. Took the government to court. And in a unanimous opinion, the Supreme Court agreed that they cannot keep changing the rules, that the government needed a reason if they were going to change the rules. They can't just do it arbitrarily.
What sense does that make?
I don't know.
You can't change the law too much?
Every time a new Secretary of Transportation showed up, it was just like their call whether or not there was a seatbelt law. And they said that it needed to stop being arbitrary and capricious. This is interesting. This left the current Secretary of Transportation, Elizabeth Dole, with a problem. She had no interest in becoming the face of an unpopular regulation, again, bringing back seatbelts. She didn't want to bring back seatbelts because everyone would go, oh, we hate Elizabeth Dole. Get rid of that Elizabeth Dole.
Yeah.
So she came up with a compromise, Dick. She said all automobile manufacturers will have to install driver's side airbags unless 2/3 of states pass laws requiring seatbelts. The auto industry...
Fine democracy in action.
The auto industry, not wanting to put in airbags because that costs money, said, my God, we got to get these seatbelt laws passed, and undertook massive payola bullshit, went around the country convincing lawmakers, you have to mandate these seatbelts. Not telling them because we don't want to pay to put airbags in our fucking cars.
I understand what you're saying, and I hate seatbelt laws too, but you don't wear a seatbelt?
No.
That's retarded.
I don't care. I don't want to wear it. It's my right. It's my right as an American. Dick.
Yeah, but you're going to die.
I don't
Like you're going to break your back with an fender bender.
Cool.
Well,
Dick,
you're going to survive as just like in a hospital bed.
I don't want to be alive, and I'm too much of a pussy to kill myself.
You will live through it.
Yeah, but maybe it'll put me in enough pain that it'll push me over the edge, and I can finally pull the trigger. Then I go, oh, well, now that I have a broken back.
You are just the quintessential man waiting for like an excuse.
Yeah.
To do like, somebody give me a reason to kill myself. How about over here? Look, I have my head in this guillotine. How about that? Is that going to make you pull the I'll do it, man. I'll do it.
If I go flying through the windshield, maybe it'll give me the courage to finally jump off this coil. Regardless,
I'm all wear a seatbelt.
I'm too free. I believe in too much freedom, Dick.
Yeah.
I mean, let's not even talk about these fucking motorcycle helmet laws. What's that about?
I agree, but you should wear a helmet.
No. I think I've already mentioned my problem with helmet laws for motorcyclists is that we used to get all our organs from dead motorcycle drivers.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
I have
it was
heard
like
that.
a perfect little organ bank because they land on the road, they split their head open, but the
Dead
rest of the organs,
immediately.
the rest of the organs were like
We're
pretty
brain
good
dead.
to go. And then we instituted helmet laws, and now it's like, oh,
Got no
sorry,
fucking organs,
little
man.
Timmy is gonna die without a kidney because Michael the biker now has to wear his helmet to be safe.
Like Piker the biker.
Piker
That
the biker.
rhymes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mike the bike. That's close. Mike the biker. Whatever. Stop trying to come up with puns on my thing. Point is, Dick, I think in America
You should wear a seatbelt.
I don't want
How
to.
often do you not wear a seatbelt?
Every time I drive.
You don't wear a seatbelt ever.
No.
That's very dangerous.
Yes.
You don't get pulled over?
If I see a cop, I'll put it on.
Like really quickly?
No, just like.
Do you wear like a shirt that has a seatbelt on it?
You know what, Dick? I would have been considered normal back in the day, okay? In 1980, hold on. I had the fucking stats. Nobody used to wear these things, and it used to be beautiful. In the 1980s, what percentage of Americans used their seatbelts, Dick?
60.
60%?
Yeah.
Wrong.
What was it?
14% of Americans.
When
were
in the
wearing
80s?
seatbelt- In the 1980s.
Like 80 on the dot?
It says in the 1980s, only 14% of Americans used seatbelts.
All right.
By 2019, the era of the pussy liberal woke
very specific.
agenda,
Yeah, okay.
usage has increased to 91% because you guys are all queer and I'm still living in the rockin' 80s, having a good time, living my life, and not letting the fucking government tell me what to do. All right?
This is the dumbest thing for freedom I've ever heard.
Next time you put on your seatbelt, think about a big burly guy jacking you off. Because that's basically what's happening every time you acquiesce to the federal government's insane meddling in our ability to ride free. God bless no seatbelts. God bless the United States of America.
That's only 91%?
91% as of
There's
2019.
like 9% of retards like you who just don't
who know how to
wanna
party,
do it.
who know how to have a little bit of fun, who know how to let our hair down.
Has it stopped any injuries? All the seatbelt laws?
You know what? I didn't look that up because that's unimportant.
Oh, okay.
I hope I don't. Okay, wait, hold on.
What if they put Dylan Mulvaney in a seatbelt?
Motorcycle helmet use has saved the lives of 1,800 motorcyclists in 2017 alone. Think of all the organs we could have got.
It's not very many.
That's 1,800 kids dying because you wanted to protect motorcycle
and
drivers.
1,800 idiots living.
Yes, exactly.
Congratulations.
You guys with motorcycles, you want to keep those guys alive?
Yeah.
So
they're annoying, too.
Way better if they take a spill. Traffic safety in general, seatbelt laws, it's all garbage. Get rid of it.
They just want to pull you over for any reason.
Yes, they just want to be
not
able to
wearing a
find you.
seatbelt.
They know, and also they know, that every year millions of Americans get trapped inside flaming cars. The seatbelt melts, fusing you into the car so you cannot escape.
It does?
Oh yeah, thousands a year.
Really?
Yeah, you crash your car sits on fire, you go, I gotta get out, but your seatbelt's on, and you go to unclick it, but the fire has already melted the plastic thing, so your seatbelt, and you're just trapped in your flaming car, screaming as you turn into a skeleton.
Shit, maybe I shouldn't be wearing a seatbelt.
A guy like me, I crash into a wall, I step out, I go, whew.
But wouldn't you want to just stay
it?
in the car and die because you have a weird death wish?
I don't want to die in fire. Jesus Christ. I'm not a psychopath. I don't want to burn alive.
You're really not. Must be so complicated. Yeah.
Vote it up.
I agree. I don't think it's a big problem.
I think it's the biggest
You know what annoys
problem.
me about the seatbelt laws the most?
What?
It's not even the cops pulling you over. I've been pulled over by a cop for not wearing my seatbelt.
Yeah.
Because I had just got a nipple ring, and it was like rubbing right there.
Chafing.
So I was like, fuck this. And the cop pulled me over. He's like, you're not wearing your seatbelt. Why? And I was like, well, I just got my nipple pierced. And it's like, dude, he's like, well, even then, you got to wear a seatbelt.
You got to be like, my doctor told me if I wear a seatbelt, my nipple will come off.
Yeah.
That's how you
All
get
right,
'em.
man. Fuck you.
You know what I need to do? I've always said, I always wanted to get on the dash of my car, just like a picture of a cop in like one of those little frames, with like Jesus around it and like rosary beads and shit.
This is my Tio. This is my Tio, Officer Ramirez. He died in the line of fire.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, cop pulls you over.
So cop pulls you over. You're reaching in your center console for your shrine, pretend shrine, and you get shot. I thought he was reaching for a gun.
He was reaching for his cop shrine.
Here's his cop shrine,
No,
Officer
you just
Tio
leave it up
Ramirez.
the whole time you go, oh, that was my brother. He died in 9/11, actually, if you believe it.
He was a pilot.
He was a pilot.
Who happened to be at the World Trade Center planning on how to bomb it
Yeah.
for the CIA to justify a war in Afghanistan,
I should sell that.
but only to profit from. You see how it goes
Yeah,
back and forth, like good guy, bad guy?
I get the bit.
You
I
got
get
it?
I'm just thinking about, I should really sell the cop shrine for your car. Like, people would buy that.
Better than the fireman donator thing.
Yeah.
A whole shrine for a dead, like a road sign shrine.
Yeah, in your car. So you go, oh, that's he died 2 years ago in the Black Lives Matter killed him, actually, in the riots.
Yeah.
Ugh.
And he's black too, though, so
Yeah.
it's both ways. It goes both ways.
I'm a big Blue Lives guy, if you know what I'm saying.
Unless you're not.
Unless you're not. I should put that into practice. I should market that.
Do it as an upsell for your
The
Kickstarter.
cop shrine. Yeah.
Like, what are your Kickstarter levels going to be?
There's a lot of them.
Like, what's the lowest one?
Lowest one, I think the basic comic is like 25.
$25?
Yeah.
What's that get you?
The comic.
Paperback, hardback, what?
It's gonna be, like a graphic novel, so like square spine. It's not like cheap's comic book. It's like a
Square spine? What's that?
I mean, it's like,
How many pages is this fucking thing?
it's gonna end up being about 60.
Okay, 60 pages with a square spine.
Well, you know how you'd buy a comic book at the store, it doesn't have a spine.
Yeah, it's like Staples.
Yeah, it's like a floppy thing. Yeah, it's not that. It's not
Okay.
Staples. It's
like a Japanese porno
glued
comic.
in there, yeah. And then at the top tier, you'll be drawn into the comic book.
As what?
Well, it depends. There's a couple different places where we have,
How many spots do you have for that?
I think, like 8 or 10.
How much does that cost? $5,000?
I think it's gonna be, no, like $500.
Oh, that's a deal. That's a steal.
Well, you're welcome to.
I'm doing QVC marketing for you here, Vito. How much is that going to cost? $5 million? No, you'd be surprised.
I was going to pay $1,000 to be in the comic, but even $500. I don't know. Is that a good price? You know what? I'm not going to second guess it on air, but we'll see. We'll see.
Well, how many people could fit in it?
I think there's room for like 8 people. There's like, it's like bystanders and stuff.
Okay. Yeah.
Although there is like one panel.
Someone getting raped? Could that be a...
No, but you could.
That'd be a good one.
You could be throwing a rock at Super Killer.
Okay.
Be a part of the angry mob.
Next week, huh? All right. Let the bidding begin.
It's pretty close to. I'm working on the
Are
video.
you going to have any kind of special raffle for Biggest Problem supporters? Like one of them gets in?
in the comic?
Yeah. Just one? We got like 1,500 people.
No.
Okay. Great. Great.
Just pay for it. Like, what do you mean? That's the best raffle of all.
Can't put a mustache on a random guy or something for a random?
I mean, we can do. Maybe you get something. I don't know. If you're like a Patreon backer, maybe you can get a.
That's what I mean.
Okay, I'll think of something.
Okay.
$500. That's it. Yeah, buy a raffle ticket. Every raffle ticket's a winner. There you go.
Okay. I love this Saturday afternoon podcast.
So it's so relaxing.
Here's my problem. The Civil Rights Act,
Which one?
the one from 1964.
Well, that's our show.
That
folks.
everyone.
Come on.
What? I'm serious.
All right.
The Civil Rights Act. It is whatever the Constitution is. The Civil Rights Act is the inverse of that.
All right. Yeah. It's that kind of show, folks.
Because you think it's about helping black people, right?
God forbid we do that.
Well, hey,
Okay,
newsflash,
all
the
right.
government doesn't fucking care about helping black people, okay? I don't know if I have to be the one. I don't know if I'm the one to tell everybody this. But on as far as the government's list of priorities go, helping black people has never appeared in the top 100.
Okay, so the Civil Rights Act,
Yeah,
this is the big one, right?
this is the big one. The one.
What did it do specifically?
Do you want me to read
Didn't it outlaw
do you want me to
Jim
read what it
Crow?
is? See, this is why I brought this in.
Did it not outlaw Jim Crow?
Do we even know what it is?
Well, that's why I'm asking. I know at one point the Jim Crow laws were done away with, and I'm asking if this is what did it.
I'll read. You'd think if it was that, it would just be like the no more Jim Crow laws.
I'm not going to call it that. That's stupid.
Well, no, because they crammed a bunch of other shit in.
Yeah, they pork
Right?
bellied it, I'm sure. What's the pork? Tell me about the pork.
It's a landmark civil rights and labor law in the U.S. that outlawed discrimination based on race, color, religion, sex, national origin.
Yeah.
It prohibits unequal application of voter registration requirements, racial segregation in schools and public accommodations, and employment discrimination. The act remains one of the most significant legislative achievements in American history. The reason I brought it in is because I think it destroyed America, what we know of as America. Like at one point, America was kind of a great an amazing experiment on freedom and the relation and
then they introduced those fucking seatbelt laws, but
yeah, and then they destroyed it with this one thing, the Civil Rights Act, which is in direct, diametrically opposed and in direct contradiction to everything that's in the Constitution. Title I, I'm going to go through them. You stop me when you're bored. Voting rights. It barred unequal application of voter registration requirements. It did not eliminate literacy tests. Did not.
Yeah, but that's good. I want to bring those back. Let's be real.
Well, it didn't because those are a good idea, right? It just said, well, you just can't do it for black people only.
Right. Everybody has to be able to read.
Yeah.
Kind of.
You guys can make fucked up tests to vote, but you have to make white people do them too.
Yeah.
Because, surprise, surprise, political groups will cheat at elections.
Wow.
See, they were doing that. And can you believe that?
I can't believe it.
Can you believe that for hundreds of years that a political party was cheating voting?
Yeah, which party was fucking around though, Dick?
Does it matter?
Yeah, I think it does matter.
Well, the parties switched, remember?
I know.
So which party was it that was
swapped it around?
So they said, no, you guys can keep fucking around with those tests like that, but you got to do it to white people too. And they said, oh, okay, never mind.
Yeah, we want the dumb poor.
Okay, never mind. We're just
white people to figure it out.
Okay, we'll let now.
Well, this sounds good though.
Right.
Okay, so you like this one?
Great.
Okay, Title I's good.
So why is there 9 more titles?
Well, I assume you're going to tell us.
Why is there 9 more titles? Title II, public accommodation. Outlaw discrimination based on race, color, religion, or national origin. Hotels, motels, restaurants, theaters, and public accommodations engaged in interstate commerce. The title defined public accommodation as establishments that serve the public. That's not only unconstitutional, it undermines the entire concept of freedom. Okay. If you're not free to discriminate, then you have no freedom. It's the basis of freedom. What do you want to do? I don't want to do that. Why? Doesn't matter. Is it because it's black? I don't know. I didn't think about it. Maybe.
It causes a lot of problems when you allow people to discriminate.
To be free?
Yeah. Okay, let's put it this way. I own a trucking company, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Is it gay?
Does
it have Dylan Mulvaney on it?
We only hire gays. Sure.
Okay.
Okay. And I don't care what color you are. I'm happy to hire white gay guys and black gay guys. Mm-hmm. But here's the problem. If I hire black gay guys to drive my trucks, there's certain parts of the country where they're unable to refuel their vehicles.
Yeah.
Therefore, requiring me to discriminate and only hire white guys to ensure my trucking company can operate uninhibited.
Yeah.
So that's the problem, is that you can't interfere with what it said, interstate commerce.
Interstate commerce,
that you have to be able to provide accommodations, all sorts of people. Otherwise, the discrimination trickles down.
It's you've just kind of exhibited why it's so bad, though, because in your mind you've chosen black people as this aggrieved group that everyone has to legally protect in some way. And the idea that there is somebody, you in your own mind, who has the authority to protect somebody necessarily turns the entire system into one of tyranny instead of freedom.
You're assuming that I picked them, though. It's more
you
that
did.
By circumstance, a bunch of guys decided, there's just, I don't know. I decided I don't like this one group of people. And for some reason, they all decided on black people at the same time.
Well, I don't know why they
kind
did
of
that.
forced our hand and said, listen, it would have been one thing if it was like a guy who hates Chinese people. And you would have went, you know what? It's okay if one guy
He's Japanese, by the
hates
way.
Chinese, well, sure. And he refuses.
You're not here sitting here criticizing Japan, are you?
China,
Mr. VR anime rape porn.
Nobody, look, I'm not saying the Japanese and the Chinese have to love each other, but they do have to be willing to engage in commerce with each other.
So then why after all this time
goods or services?
Why after all this time of doing all this shit for interstate stuff to protect black people are they still so bad off that they need $7 million in reparations? Maybe it's not. Maybe it's not about that. Maybe it's not about that. Is all I'm saying.
It's not. That's not why we have the civil rights laws. It wasn't like, well, this is definitely gonna fix everything, but it is
nothing.
like, hey, here's the bare minimum of what we need to at least give them a chance.
No.
Some black guys do quite fine. Okay.
Not because of the Civil Rights Act.
I think the Civil Rights Act is helping them out. Absolutely.
Why?
Sometimes they get thirsty and you can't find a drinking fountain.
Are there a lot of drinking fountains around? Like, I know that we learned that as kids. Like, as kids, they teach us, well, black people had to have their own drinking fountains. Because as a kid, you're like, well, I have class and then there's drinking fountains. So it makes sense. But as an adult, I'm like, if I saw a drinking fountain out in public, I would go, don't fucking drink out of that. That's disgusting. My dog would drink out of that, not me.
Before everyone had bottled water, Dick. It was a time.
You don't need water all day. You can go 6 hours without drinking water.
This is a bad argument against civil rights. I see you on the House floor in 1968. What are they drinking so much water for anyway? Who even gives a shit?
Actually, that's a great argument. They bring some guy in there, shoveling, drinking water. Like,
if we let him drink
I haven't drank water. Fish fucking water. Am I right? You know what I'm talking about.
We keep letting these black folk drink all the water. There's not going to be any left for the rest of us.
All I'm saying is, once you set up the idea that in public, if you have a business or whatever, you can't discriminate, then you've necessarily upended freedom, and there's none of it.
I'll say the only
doesn't matter what race it is.
The only problem with the Civil Rights Act is I should be allowed to not hire women. But
yeah, you switch black with women. Different reaction. We can't stop black people from driving trucks. Okay, what about women? Well, obviously, yeah. That would be horrible.
That's the only part.
Thank God they don't want to because they're so lazy.
But the rest of it, I think, makes sense.
Okay, so Title I, voting rights. That's a check, fine, right? Title II, public accommodations, tyranny.
Disagree.
Well, okay, we're going with mine. It's my problem.
Sure.
Title III. This is all in the Civil Rights Act. Desegregation of public facilities. It's fine, right?
Yeah.
Government's paying for it. Yeah, of course.
Okay. So
Obviously.
That's a good one.
What do you mean you guys were fucking around with segregation in public? Well, you shouldn't have been doing that.
No more separate but equal. So
Title V, Commission on Civil Rights. This might be the worst one. An independent commission created by Eisenhower is charged with responsibility for investigating, reporting on, and making recommendations for more civil rights.
All right. That's a problem.
You know what? Actually, we didn't know enough about what was going on with civil rights when we made this bill, so we need to make a whole organization that just comes up with reasons to make more of these laws. Why don't you guys do that first and then come back with, no, we're pretty sure this is right. We're just going to make sure that we get them all forever. You don't see a problem with that?
Can we bring a black guy on the show sometime? I feel like
I'll tell a black guy to his face that the Civil Rights Act's the worst thing ever made.
Need a black guest someday.
Title VI, non-discrimination in federally assisted programs. So we got,
is that affirmative action?
It's basically saying, like, if you get any federal money, then you can't
just
then
give
you
it to
have
white guys.
And we decide what's discrimination.
Sure.
If we give you any money, you can't discriminate, and we decide what discriminating means.
Okay.
Well, that's a problem when the federal government has like an unlimited money printing machine. Don't you think?
I hate this problem so much.
Don't you think? I'm just saying, has anybody actually read the Civil Rights Act?
Don't make me agree with you on any of this. I'm not going to agree with you. Don't go, you know what I mean?
Don't you think that's bad? Would you like
you know what I mean?
Would you think it's a good idea if I had an infinite money printing machine?
You can have all the rhetorical questions you want, all right? I'm not here with you on this one.
Specifically, it investigates alleged allegations of discrimination based on race, sex,
how horrifying,
national origin, disability.
Forbid.
But don't you see how this is like causing all this trans shit, all this stuff?
I love trans people.
Oh yeah.
I just
I
just think they need some common sense discussions.
It's not what the Civil Rights Act says. It says they doesn't need any at all. They could just be a different sex, and then they get
really
all
stop
of
with the sports
this.
thing. The sports thing is a big problem.
Title 7, equal employment opportunity. Okay, so you have no freedom on how you spend money at all.
Well, you just can't. You can't. I don't. How many more titles are there? Is that all of them?
11. Is this making you uncomfortable,
Can you just
Vito?
speed run it? This is exhausting.
Title 8, registration and voting statistics.
Okay.
So, seems like seems like voting is its own statistics.
Sure.
Title 9, prohibits sex-based discrimination in any school or other education program that receives funding from the federal government. So universities have to have girl sports,
Right.
and girl shit, even though no one likes girl sports.
Yeah.
And no one likes sports at all. Like, sports are just a big fucking... College sports are just a big scam to
Do they
make
just
money.
have to, like, offer it? Like, they don't have to give it the same amount of money, though.
Yes, they do.
They have to give it the exact same amount of money?
Mm-hmm. They have to suck down the profits from football and basketball, men's, and siphon it out. The women's sports in college make dick.
Yeah.
Maybe women's softball is cash positive, but otherwise, nada.
Well, they're making so much from the men's sports. I can't really feel bad for them there. Well, they rape those athletes dry.
But that's why the trans shit is happening.
Because all the money's what?
Because there's money. There's free, weird money being given to the women. So the guys are like, well, I was fucking 6th place in guys. I'm just going to go be a fucking Gmail or whatever.
Yeah, but they don't get money from. They can win trophies and shit.
They get a degree. It's like Gattaca.
Yeah, you can get a free. It's true. You can get a scholarship.
Title 10,
athlete.
Community Relations Service. I'm not sure, but I think this turned into hate crimes. I didn't look it up.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure that turned into like the concept of hate crimes, which is retarded.
Hate crime riders, I do disagree with.
Title 11. Here's the big one. Last one. You tell me.
Okay.
If the government needs this one. Miscellaneous. What is called?
Okay. What's covered?
Title 11.
Yeah.
Miscellaneous.
Okay.
Vito.
Stop grinning. Stop doing this.
This is your
thing.
precious Civil Rights Act that you think is like makes you the savior of black people.
I never said
Title
I was the savior
11,
of black
miscellaneous. Gives defendant accused of criminal contempt in a matter arising under any of the other ones the right to a jury trial. If convicted for various racisms, you can be fined up to $1,000 and imprisoned for 6 months.
Like I wrote this or some shit.
You would have if you could have.
This is my
You
film.
voted for it.
I voted.
I
for
promise
it back
you,
in
if you were alive,
1968.
if you were alive in
I
1964,
probably would have voted for the Civil Rights Act. You're right.
you would have been there the next day. You would have woke up and found the nearest black guy and said, "What's up, my brother?
I would have.
We did it, my brother."
And I would have gave him a job and a hot meal.
It's the unconstitution.
Let him fuck my wife.
And until conservatives are ready to say flat out that they should repeal the Civil Rights Law, the Civil Rights Act, they can shoot as many gay beers as they want. They're not serious. Go to war with China. This is the thing that undermined the entire fucking Constitution right there.
Fascinating.
And if you think it's about black people, you are an
So
idiot.
Dick's problem is black people have too many rights.
They didn't get any out of that.
I think they got some. I think your cheeky reading is not 100%.
That's what it was. I read it. Miscellaneous. Look it up.
Yeah, God forbid we have equal access to opportunity in this country.
Yes, literally, yes. God forbid that. Yeah, you do not have access to equal opportunity.
What a nightmare. Well, I'm glad we're segueing into my problem, Dick, which is Nazis are too cool. Guys, who doesn't love these Nazis?
What if I was you? I'd be like, oh, that's so horrible, Vito. Oh, my God, that's so horrible.
Well, because I'm saying the problem is that we don't want them to be cool because they're bad guys. But they wore such cool outfits and they carried themselves in such an interesting manner, and they had great graphic design and
they had
architecture and iconography that now you're like, man, I wish we had cool military uniforms. What if we put all our guys in like cool leather trench coats with like skulls on them and went, that would be kind of like the Nazis, wouldn't it? Or you're like,
oh, yeah.
What if I wore that? What if I went out wearing like a cool like hat, you know, and like a cool big old, I look kind of like a Nazi. Oh, what if I had my hair, you know, pulled to the side and had this cool little fucking toothbrush? Oh,
I wear Hugo Boss.
Well, Hugo Boss is, of course, the most popular.
Feel like I got too fat for it.
Did you know that Hugo Boss was one of the Nazi himself? A sponsoring member of the Schutzstaffel, also known as the SS. That was the Nazis' paramilitary wing, and he made monthly donations to the organization. But interestingly enough, Dick, Hugo Boss did not design the iconic black SS uniforms for which it is often credited.
That was Stussy that designed that.
Yeah. Wait, which one's Stussy?
Heinrich Stussy. He made the skate brand after,
Oh, okay. It wasn't Dr. Scholl, famous Nazi doctor who designed all their shoes. I mean, let's be real, because I saw, you know, somebody online was complaining because there's this guy, you know, Clarence Thomas. Everybody's mad at him right now.
Yeah.
Okay, Supreme Court Justice. And, you know, if you know a Supreme Court Justice, you want to send him gifts. Why would you not send him gifts? But, you know, there's
people
all
are sending him Nazi stuff?
Well, there's all these rules about, like, what is a gift and whatever. And one of the things is he would always get...
Oh, yeah, that's dumb.
There was this crazy, like, millionaire who was always like, hey, Clarence, come on over. And they're trying to say him, you know, flying to that guy.
Billionaire.
Accepting a vacation at the guy's house. That should be considered a gift.
The guy's island.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But then on the guy's island, he's got a bunch of cool Nazi stuff. And all these people are going... Well, look at that, huh? Why has he got all this Nazi stuff, huh? And I go...
The fucking Smithsonian has a bunch of Nazi stuff. What are you fucking idiots talking about?
Go, bro, if I had a bunch of money, I would definitely own a bunch of Nazi stuff.
I know.
It's so cool.
My fucking grandpa had a Luger and a Nazi armband that he took off of a dead Nazi in World War II.
Awesome.
And he sold it to some guy before he died. I was like, fuck, man, I really wanted that.
That sucks.
But it had a different, I don't think he wanted, it had a different meaning to him.
Jew killing gun in his...
Well, he was 14 and looting corpses.
He was looting corpses at 14?
Yeah.
Why was he in Germany?
For fun.
Wait, was he American or was he German?
Yeah, he was American. Or he was 16. He was underage.
Yeah.
He lied about his age.
Oh, and he fought over there and whatever. Yeah, my grandpa was stuck.
I don't know if he fought. He killed the Pat Tillman of his generation, I think.
My grandpa was stuck on a Navy boat, so he didn't get to loot anything.
That's
sadly.
He was a seaman?
He was a seaman. He loved singing his seaman songs.
For Italy? For Mussolini?
No. He was
American.
I'm talking about my No, this was later on. Then my other grandpa was an optometrist in the Korean War, which is not interesting at all.
Do they still have the guy at swap meets that has all the Nazi stuff?
I don't think so.
Or did
I think
get rid of
kicked
that
all
guy?
those guys out.
That sucks.
I remember going over and being like, whoa, this is like real Nazi stuff. And then he looks at you and he
cool.
goes, yeah. Those Nazis were pretty cool, huh? And you're like, yeah. And he goes, yeah, you kind of want to be one day, huh? And I'm like,
nah, they're kind of responsible for like the fall of Germany and all of Western civilization, like because they fucked around and found out. But I mean, I don't know.
They screwed up. Hugo Boss used over 140 people from concentration camps to work in their factories, along with 40 French prisoners of war. So something to know about Hugo Boss. But here's
he's a bad guy, you're saying?
He's a bad guy.
He's a Nazi. We got all other stuff.
Well,
say he's a Nazi.
Not all Nazis had concentration camp workers. You know, that's like one level up on the Nazi scale.
Oh.
There's degrees of Nazi.
Oh.
There's like...
I don't think you should be saying that kind of stuff.
Well, they don't want you to, but...
I don't agree with that.
What do you call it? Some Nazis were just guys hanging out, hating Jews. The reason, Dick, I mean, we could learn something from the Nazis. They had 240 different uniforms in their society. Coal miners had their own uniform. Post office employees. You ever see a post office employee?
Yeah.
They got like a shitty
Like Newman.
They got to wear like shorts.
Yeah, those shorts are pretty cool, though.
I don't think
Those blue shorts.
I think our post office workers could look a bit cooler, and they say they did
How
it.
did the Nazi post office workers look?
Fucking awesome, I bet.
Let's see.
See if you can find it. I bet they
Okay.
look fucking jacked.
Nazi post office uniforms. Don't look at what pops up on the suggest stuff.
It gave their society, everybody felt like they were a part of something.
Well, that's fascism, though.
What, giving everybody a governmental identity?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I get it. Reich Post uniforms. Yeah, that was it.
Where?
A bunch of guys standing next to each other.
That's deviant art, though.
It says the fucking uniforms, 1935 to 1945. What are you worried?
Okay.
The furry's going to be wearing them because it's on DeviantArt?
Yes, I do think that.
The Nazi furries are a thing. I mean, think about all the things that have been ruined because of Nazis. I mean, like an armband, a striking colored armband on a uniform. Now
Anti-Semitism.
Oh, look. You can't wear a big old armband anymore. You can't have a hat with an eagle on it. My God, or a hat with a skull on it.
Like the Tecate can.
Yeah, and then
It's
you
like a
guys
Nazi.
like you fuck it up even worse because
Me?
you go, look at these Bored Ape Nazi Club, and you say
That is a Nazi dog
it's
whistle.
Not Nazi
Yes, it
dog
is.
whistling.
Yes, it
No,
is.
it isn't.
The guy who created the Bored Ape Yacht Club has an art history degree and wrote his thesis on like a Nazi artist. I'm telling you guys, it's a Nazi prank.
They're fun.
What he's doing,
They're
it's
fun monkey pieces. And
No.
you buy a little monkey and you have fun. and
no,
that's it.
it's all Nazi stuff.
Not all Nazi.
Why am I being? If anybody knows what a Nazi dog whistle is, it's me. It's a Nazi dog whistle.
Well, it's no problem if it's a Nazi dog whistle because Nazi stuff is cool and we need to reclaim it somehow.
I can't find the post
What
office.
was the
It didn't pop
DeviantArt
up.
thing? Yes, it did. Right there.
No, it didn't. Nothing popped up there.
Click it.
Okay, asshole. See, nothing.
All right.
It's
well,
just a white screen because
right-click
Google
it.
crashed.
now hit visit. Nope, you didn't hit the button I
Backseat
told you to.
Googlers.
Because you're a fucking grandpa and you're terrible at using the internet. Look at these fucking German postal uniforms. Look at this. They got a different one for every post guy. They got the Post Young Boaty, the Post Helfler, the Zweg Post and Floater, the Health Post and Schaffer. You got the Poster Shover, the Obus Kleskar, the Post and Coffin Water. Look at the Post and Skector. He's
The
that.
post inspector ran Werter.
Yeah.
The Auber poster Kreitar. The post Keitar.
These guys look like they're about to fly a plane. That's how good they look for post office guys.
Like I mean, I think it's funny. Like I think all the Nazi stuff is funny, but they're like Nazis are fucking retarded. They're
Which
so
ones? Like current Nazis?
no, the actual Nazis.
actual Nazis
they
were
fucked
retarded.
up. They fucked up. Like they fucked up like a layup.
Well, yeah.
I mean, just the most. That's what it annoys me about like the post-ironic Nazi worship that happens online.
Yeah. Is that they were idiots?
Is that some like people are into it, and every once in a while you have to take a step back and go like, you guys know that like they fucked up. I mean, pretty much everything. Like they're fucking retarded.
Well, Hitler fucked up a lot of stuff. Not like the average guy.
What do you mean, the average Nazi?
Hitler was like drugged out of his mind. Is the running theory.
That's cool.
now.
That's based.
Yeah, but
don't
he
shit
made-
on drugs.
No,
Don't blame
well,
Nazis
if you're a
on
military
drugs.
commander, you're not supposed to be taking a bunch of speed.
The Nazis applied like woke politics to everything. To everything from the top, like if something wasn't the Nazi way to do something,
you got
it would be it would be expelled. You would lose your position and whatever. Like it's unfortunate that Nazis have become associated more with the right instead of the left because it's like similar to the way the left is like, well, if you're not like promoting like intersectionality, then you don't get any funding.
The same as a bad guy, yeah.
And that's what the Nazis did the same thing. It was like, well, Heisenberg, what you're saying is kind of Jewish.
Yeah.
So your atomic bomb research is out of here. And he was dead on.
So are the leftist guys we're like the Nazis because we're too ideologically driven?
Yeah, everything is like
And then
ideology
you
first.
guys are like the Nazis because you want to kill blacks and gay people.
I mean, I didn't
And
say
Jews.
that.
I mean,
That sounds expensive.
So I'll take the we're too committed to our ideology side of the equation. And you guys can own killing minorities. That seems to be your thing.
Oh, Vito. And they call you a pedophile.
Point is, Dick, wouldn't it be great if we were all walking around in cool uniforms and cool armbands and cool hats? But we can't. We can't because it's all Nazi stuff. They ruined all this great fashion, all this great architecture, great hairstyles.
Yeah.
All lost to the winds thanks to one crazy guy.
Yeah.
And he wouldn't stop. And
Dylan
now we're
Mulvaney.
stuck. Dylan Mulvaney.
Yeah. Okay.
That's my problem, Dick. The Nazis are too cool. Much like smoking is too cool. This is a follow-up problem.
Did you do that one?
I did do that one.
Yeah.
What's
Now you're
cool?
making me
What's
want a
cooler,
cigarette.
smoking or Nazis?
Smoking.
Let me put an image in your mind. A
Of a
cool Nazi
smoking
guy
Nazis?
smoking a cigarette.
Well, at least his hands are tied up.
What a show, guys! Don't forget to vote on all the problems at biggestproblem.show. Check out our bonus episodes, the very exciting Biggest Problem in Mario. Now available at patreon.com/biggestproblem and back.by/biggestproblem. We're going to go to the voicemails now, but don't forget to get in your super chats. We'll be reading those shortly.
Yeah, get your super chats in.
Thanks again to Bobster for this week's Voted Up Stinger.
Okay, here we go.
Thank you to Drucken Atheist Studio for all the clips you've been providing for the channel.
Hey, Dick. Hey, Vito. I was catching up on your episodes recently, and I heard Dick's problem of not good enough VR porn,
That
or
was my
however you
problem.
That
worded
was
it.
Vito's problem.
And I'm here to say from experience, he's fucking right. I have an Oculus Quest 2, blah, blah, blah. I use it to hook up to my PC, and I play this game every now and then when I want to crank one out, called fucking, what is it, Cherry VX?
What is it? What's that game called? Oh, yeah, Cherry VX.
Okay, so it's like you
Shut
pick
up,
a
I'll
model,
get it.
there's
It's
3 different
19
models.
now.
equals.
You can edit the size of their tits. You can
Nice.
edit the size
How
of all
big?
their, their extremities and shit like that, their body, whatever,
Like her dick.
their skin color, everything. But my problem is
Skin color.
they stopped development with this game,
Oh.
and this seems to be the best one where you can actually fuck them, right? You got like a fake penis that, whatever, I guess you put it on your dick. I don't know what the fuck they want you to do. It's like impossible to actually hit these fake broads. But anyway, the game has no mod support, and they stopped developing it. So
Why?
you got these 3 girls. There's one ditzy-looking fucking, like, ghetto white chick, an Asian girl, and another white chick. You don't even got a black girl. It's like,
Cherry VX.
it's fucking stupid, man. And all the other games that I see, they don't let you do fucking anything. It's like you get to watch people fuck. You get to watch other VR dudes fuck girls.
Whoa.
Yeah, sure. Like, I want to be cucked in VR. That's my fucking dream. No, I want to make my wiener big. Guys,
Okay.
come on. I mean, adjust the
It's
size of
fucking
your
removed
tits,
from
ass,
stream-
your fucking body.
whatever.
What else let me
You might
make
have to be
my
logged into
wiener
C18 plus
gigantic?
stuff.
What the fuck, man?
Can't do that.
How are you not getting this? VR porn
See
industry
if there's
guy.
any videos on
Fuck.
YouTube or whatever.
Cherry VX videos.
You just hit the
Okay.
videos tab.
Cherry game.
Hit the button that says
Why? I just put
videos.
that one. Oh my God, those tits are huge. Really?
Let me see.
Chat with your AI dream.
that's an ad.
That's an ad. Oh, you're so sweet, Oni-chan.
17 minutes on Pornhub.
Wow, really?
Okay. All right.
Dang.
Well, those titties are bouncing.
Kind of mode. They could sort of have a few lines of text.
Oh, and this is the narrator in the game? Like Bob Hoskins?
No, I think this is the guy who made it telling
That's
you.
right.
I think this is the developer talking about his. Her face is kind of jacked up, though.
That's right, Governor.
That's right.
Increase the size of those pachangas.
between her titties there.
Reminds me of a Rwandan hotel.
Unlike in Vietnam, these bitches don't hit back.
This works better in VR, and what you can actually do with the prop is attach it
Okay, right now I
to your waist, for
Virtual
example,
penis.
It did-
and then
yeah.
you make the
with
movement
look at the balls.
and control
bouncing
that particular movement.
I just want
show.
Bob Hoskins narrating all my porn. There she goes, off with the top then, Governor.
I don't know. This doesn't look. Yeah, I gotta say this doesn't look great. This could be way better.
But it's not in VR. You got to go in VR. But why is she looking at you? Why is the girl
looks
looking at you
terrible.
while the dildos,
She's got a
the
weird fucking
disembodied
face.
penis is going into her mouth?
Oh, I'd rather get Dylon in VR.
That's not his name.
Dylon VR.
Okay, here we go.
Hey, I know the Justin Roiland thing's old news by now, but I also know Vito won't shut up about it. The 16-year-old girl he was talking to,
He's not innocent of that.
Everyone's so hung up about. I know her, or I knew her.
She was a whore.
Like a decade ago, when I was like 11 or something, we would play Minecraft together. And she was like 13 at the time. Fast forward to when she was like 15, 16, 17. She was a whore. Like, she's British. She's a British whore. Where, in England, the age of consent is 16. And she would, like, sell nudes to people when she was 16, which I'm sure is still illegal. And now she's like an OnlyFans cam girl. I mean, I guess that doesn't make it any better, but it's still like this. We're pretending that he was,
better.
Messaging some
Justin
like
Roiland got tricked by some 16-year-old slut.
He got tricked.
Fucking OnlyFans online prostitute.
Justin Roiland got duped.
Call me back.
Could have happened to any of us.
Could have happened to anybody.
She groomed him.
Well, it sounds like she's I don't know what you want to say.
Whore?
That's his words.
That's my words.
And this whore sneaks into Justin Roiland's thing and says, hey, I really like all that work you're doing on that new animation. And he goes, wow, thanks. I've been working really hard. She goes, by the way, do you want to see my fucking underage titties? He goes, oh, God, no. Oh, gee whiz. And now he's been trapped by this fucking bitch.
I think it's rape if a man is drunk and he's DMing you sexually. That's on you.
These bitches tricked him.
That's on the women.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's just trying to make cartoons, man. They're sliding in his DMs.
Yeah, seriously.
If
I texted that girl, she wouldn't even open the message.
Mm-hmm.
It's entrapment.
It is entrapment.
How about a civil rights act for men?
Yeah.
Okay. How about, let's see here. Oh, yeah, this is a good question. A lot of people are asking.
The biggest problem in the universe is when you're a fat fuck
I didn't hear that
every
part.
week has a new excuse as to why their Kickstarter isn't up.
This week.
And you take so long that any interest I fucking had in giving you any money is gone. Fuck you.
Oh, they're threatening now. They're threatening to take the money away because the product isn't out fast enough.
Okay, look.
You know how good that is for you? That's like peak hype is when they start threatening to take the money away.
Here's the problem. Is that I can't. It's complicated.
Okay.
I have to make the pitch video, right?
Okay.
It has to be good.
Right.
I only get one chance at this.
Okay.
And if it fails, I'm going to kill myself.
That's the video. That's a great video.
This is a matter of life and death, whether or not I make a good Kickstarter campaign. It's going to be on Indiegogo, by the way. Okay?
Okay.
If I fuck it up.
I thought you were making your own site.
No, I'm not doing that.
Okay, that was dumb.
That was a bad, that was a big waste of time. And, I mean, there's still the site that people can go to. But, so I have to do it perfectly or else I die. That's it.
But you want to die.
Well, if the
it
comic
should be no big deal.
If the comic does good, I won't want to die anymore.
What's good? How much is good?
Ideally, the number I have, if I can sell 1,000 copies of a comic book, I will be happy.
$1,000 at $25 a copy?
1,000 copies.
Yeah, what did I say?
$25 a copy.
1,000 copies. Okay, sorry. 1,000 copies at 25 grand? You want out of this?
Yes.
What are you going to do to get there? You're going to have to make a lot of make a lot of amends.
No. Like what?
Like Eric July.
Eric July's
you got to come out and say that this is an anti-woke.
It's not anti-woke. That's what's important.
But what if it is?
But it is.
Like woke man has to be in the first panel and he's like,
no. It's
woke this.
It's complicated.
Hey, Dylan Mulvaney.
I already know it's good. People are going to accuse me. They're going to say it's anti-woke marketing that I'm doing. But I am talking about the idea that I will never get a job at a comic company, right?
Yeah.
Marvel Comics, DC Comics is never going to hire me.
Well, no comic company would ever hire you, would they?
I don't know.
What are they going to hire you for?
To write comics.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
But right now, they don't, they hired like lesbians, and, like black guys. Like that's all they want, which is, and it's not a woke thing. It's just it's a no white guy thing. All right.
Yeah.
Okay. And that's what I'm talking about with the comics. I'm going, listen.
Powered by white.
It's a white guy comic. What are you going to do? And then I think that's exciting. I think it's exciting that white guys can make stuff, because we're not really allowed to most of the time.
You know what the best part about this is?
What?
Is like your sheepish way that you say, look, it's just, I don't know. It's just a white comic. I just think it's kind of rare. If you want to buy a comic written by black or lesbians, you can. It's everywhere. But I'm just a white guy trying to make a white comic. So shoot me.
That's the pitch.
Gosh.
That's the pitch.
I just think other white guys might like it.
I think people of all stripes will like it.
Sure, yeah. I don't even know. I don't want to presume. Maybe if they have any money left after buying Jerry Curl and Cavassier.
I guess, you know what? I would be happier if like the anti-woke guys were focused and first of all, get rid of this word woke because it's stupid.
Okay.
But if you want to talk about, again, remember we brought it up on the show, the like puppeteer, the Kermit fucking scholarship?
Yeah.
Where it's like, do you want to be the next puppeteer
We're
for
looking
Kermit?
for BIPOC, especially women.
Yeah, women.
Retarded people, as long as they're not white.
Yeah. That's bad. Like, we should talk about that.
I talked about it for like 20 minutes, and you acted like I was fucking Hitler.
It's different. It was different.
Okay.
When we talked about it. Okay. But instead, we get bogged down in like who's in the movie. It's like, oh, they made another movie with a black character in it, and you're like, I don't care what the character is in it. I care about like the actual people who are allowed to write it and work on it, and that's all I care about. I don't care. As long as, whoever the best people are getting the job, I don't care if they go, hey, my name's Tom Bradley and I'm writing, the lesbian black girl adventure. I'm like, yeah, whatever. Everybody can write whatever they want. But we do exist in a society where, you go to hire somebody for a job. Look at like fucking SNL. They're like, hey, we got a white guy, an Asian guy, and something else. And the Asian guy goes, I don't really like the white guy. And they go, never mind, no white guy, just an Asian guy.
Yeah, because of Title fucking
It's not
2.
because of Title.
Yes, it is. It's because of Title 2.
I think liberals need to talk about this.
Okay.
This is what's driving everyone insane. Nobody wants to hear that your dreams don't matter because you're the wrong skin color. You're not allowed to be a Kermit puppeteer because you were born the wrong color and you're not. And then you have people like you were talking about.
You can't be an astronaut if you're a white man.
Well, unless you're Canadian. They're sending a Canadian to space.
Gay. You can't be an astronaut if you're a straight white man.
Right. Not in America. No.
Yeah.
It's sickening, and it drives everybody insane because people understand how unfair that is. It drives you nuts. It's driven me nuts.
Yeah.
So buy my comic.
That should be your video.
Support white people making stuff, not in like a weird Nazi
not in
way.
A weird Nazi way.
Just in a like, hey, white guys are pretty good at making stuff. They're not that. They've made some great stuff.
Have you ever heard of the Renaissance? Brought to you by white people. Oh, so that's bad?
Well, because then they start posting the statues and the trad wife shit, and they're like, ooh, how come they don't make statues like this anymore?
Wives are
Society's
bad.
falling apart.
Wives are bad. Don't bring women into it. All right, one more.
Yeah.
Hi, Dick and Vito. I have a tipping story for you. So I used to work at a pizza place in Pennsylvania, and I made $7.25, which was minimum wage. And people would tip me at the counter, and then at the end of the day, the owner would come in and pocket most tips. And he said that is minimum wage, so he technically doesn't have to let me have tips. So, yep. Anyway, love the show.
Yeah, that's bullshit.
Yeah.
They have to tell you. They can't take. You got to put up a sign that says, "Hey, our owner takes the tips." A lot of places try to pull that shit.
Just take them.
Yeah, just take 'em.
the tips.
Actually, just rob your job. Who cares?
Yeah.
And then do a mass shooting. Guys, what a show.
What are you gonna? So if you sell less than 1,000 copies, you're gonna kill yourself
on live. Yeah, I'll live stream it.
Wow, like Bud Dwyer.
I don't think I'm allowed to make those jokes. I think you get in trouble. I think you get banned.
It's not a joke, so you're in luck.
I know.
You are not allowed to make those jokes. It's a serious statement.
Let's hope. Let's hope.
Are you gonna do like a thing on your channel, like a whole viral? Are you gonna do a viral video?
A Bud Dwyer. That would be fun.
No, not of this. I mean, for your comic, not of the suicide.
Oh, I'm only thinking about the suicide video thing. All the planning is going into that.
Okay. I know, everybody. I know I missed it, to be fair, last week. I think I should have a penalty for that, but I don't know what it is. Yeah,
you have to be the one. If you miss it, it's over. That's it. Like Dick's
No, it's not over forever.
No, but I'm saying you don't get to like...
I should have a penalty, but I don't know what it is.
There should be a penalty. We have to figure out a penalty for when Dick does not call it. Okay. Guys, episode 85, what an episode. Coup for 2, thank you all for not killing yourselves. Not yet. Brits Man for 2, Mexican or Indian food. Haven't had Indian food in a while.
I mean, today? I had a sandwich today.
Some naan. Antagonist for 2, shout out to PKA. I'm going to knock Woody out.
Oh!
Brace Eye for a big 10. Vito, I'm a strength and conditioning coach. Okay. I don't care. With a lot of experience unfatting people with chronic health conditions, I will train you in person for free if you make a series out of it.
For free?
Well, where's
your magic words?
Are you going to meet me somewhere? Are you in L.A.?
Well, why would he say I will train you in person for free if he wasn't in L.A.?
I don't know, because he's...
Just an idiot?
Trying to have sex with me because he's gay.
Look, he's got a big hamburger for his thing here.
Okay. Well, I don't know. Send me a message.
Yeah, well, are you going to do it?
No.
Why not?
I got a plan.
What's your plan?
Once I get the pills and the
semaglutide,
I gotta get all this medication first. I gotta get the thing.
What is the thing? Responsibility.
I gotta get the
accountability.
I gotta get testosterone.
Oh, you still don't have it yet?
No, they keep rejecting my blood work.
Who's they? Mexican pharmacies?
Yeah, they keep saying there's too much donut residue on the blood card. I go, well,
who are you sending this to?
Just a guy.
Like the guy that gave Barry Bonds?
No, there's like a lab, and I send it in. They go, oh, I don't know. We got to check your levels again, and then
you need a Mexican pharmacy, bro.
Yeah, I know. I should just buy a testosterone. I don't know.
Okay.
I'm trying to do it legitimately. Noah R gives us a big $20 and a sticker that says
you are gay.
It doesn't say you're gay. You are amazing.
Oh, thanks.
Little dancing blue guy. Darius Ryanakovas for 5. Did you go to the Magic tournament yesterday? No, I fell asleep.
Oh, you had the day to get your special card.
I was all fucked. I woke up at like 2 a.m. I was falling asleep. It's all a mess. Turkey sandwich for 10. Spending 10 just in case no one else said it. Vito said TBF last week. He read a super chat. Yeah. No, Dick fucked it up, so there's no sound effect.
Yeah,
be mad
there
at
should
Dick.
be a punishment sound effect,
a punishment
honestly.
for Dick. Everybody brainstorm what Dick has to say.
But I'm not doing any gay stuff.
Well, then it's not a punishment. It has to be gay. Mr. Banks for 2 should look into adding some reverb to Vito's intro.
Okay.
Can we do that on the fly? I guess you could.
Yeah, maybe.
Lemon Trashy for 2 says Jim Sterling looks hilarious now. Yeah, Jim Sterling, that guy who loves video game difficulty levels.
What?
Became a trans lady.
Oh.
And it's kind of like the ultimate.
Does she pass? What? You know how they always say that? Oh, but do they pass? Like, oh, yeah, if you're fucking blind. People throw out Blair White. Well, she doesn't pass like Blair White. Like, oh, yeah.
Jim is the...
Pass through a trash compactor.
I look at Jim and I go, this is like the alternate reality of me if I just made all the wrong choices. I look at Jim Sterling and I go, I mean, she's got more money than me, I guess, but...
Really?
Oh, yeah, she's got a big old Patreon.
What is it? Jim
Sterling's Patreon.
She's like super liberal. Hi, I'm James Stephanie Sterling.
Well, she got famous by looking. Actually, she used to dress up like a Nazi and just rant about video games.
Oh,
and now she apologizes for all her.
Yeah, me too. I apologize for all that stuff I said today.
Yeah, and then just became the big fat trans lady who looks frankly ridiculous.
What's ridiculous about this?
I mean, whatever. I guess they looked ridiculous when they were a big fat guy to begin with, so who cares?
Women look worse than that. Normal, like...
Sometimes.
Actual women. Most of them, I think, look worse than this. Most women look worse than this.
Okay, but that's like the one good picture. I mean, like, go to the video. Accessibility and gamer pride.
Oh, she's got cartoons.
Look at the like beginning. Maybe you'll see.
Okay, weird.
You think that's better than most ladies?
Yeah, that's indistinguishable from most women. You don't think so? If I showed you a random lineup of women from planet Earth or America, and I said,
I'd put Jim on the. I'm not saying Jim's the worst.
Bottom
looking.
5. I would say bottom 5.
Out of well, you're saying what? Who's the bottom 5?
Jim Sterling would be in the bottom 5.
Out of 10?
Out of 5. Yeah, out of 10.
Okay, so it'd be in the back half.
Back half, but not the worst.
Bank 3.
I don't know.
You're gonna get some. I mean, she's got enough skin filler or whatever. Makeup on.
She's wearing a cool outfit.
Yeah, it's rad.
It could be
that dumb hat.
It could be tighter and grosser.
Whatever, I can't say anything. I look like a piece of shit anyway. At least I'm not wearing a wig, you know?
Today.
Yet. Just today. Although that can be fixed mighty quickly. Where are we at, Dick?
Sorry, okay.
People want a full-length trans man song. I don't know. I wonder if that joke would kill itself a little too quickly.
Well, it was great.
Quick Feet Steve for 5. When my kid shows me something she's built in Minecraft, I tell her it doesn't count because she made it peaceful. Then comes the water.
Oh, yeah, exactly. Like, well, you made that when there's no...
No,
that wig is in the new Shawnee's collection that's coming out.
It?
Yeah.
I still have 0 Shawnees.
Well,
someone keeps saying they'd send me one. I got to set up a wallet. Pete Oxenham for $4.99. Experience the story, challenge, and satisfaction of losing some weight. CMOS 4044 for 5. I love you guys. I love you, CMOS. Yay. Matt White for 20 big dollars. Vito, if you get in a car wreck with no seatbelt and end up like Simple Jack, please keep doing the show. That would be hilarious. I'll be the retarded whack packer.
Who's gonna play with all your toys if you get retarded in a car accident?
Still play with the toys, Dick. I'm just gonna be, ramming them into each other a little more aggressively than before.
Okay.
JJ for 5. Vito is not a psychopath. He just fantasizes about attacking schools, attacking Ashley B, and heroing himself.
I mean, he's really
I think those are all sane
things like normal
to do.
things, yeah.
Fatix the Great for 5. Huge problem is having to do tech support for your girlfriend or wife. Reboot the goddamn thing, you dumb bitch. It'll probably fix it. I agree.
Because you don't think like a criminal. That's how I know you're not a psychopath.
And Fatix for 5 sends the same message, meaning you're as dumb as your girlfriend
Do
and
not
wife.
charge it back. You'll be banned. You'll be banned if you charge it back.
Literally
he sent it 3 times.
Thank you for the 15.
Do not charge it back.
You nailed it. David Gomez for 5. Vito just brought in bodily autonomy. TBF, that includes lording people's jobs over them if they don't get the vax.
Did you bring bodily autonomy in?
I don't know.
Were your problems?
My problems were
Nazis.
Seatbelts. That's a bodily autonomy thing.
Oh yeah. So you're fine with people not wearing seatbelts, but getting a vaccine. You're like, oh yeah, you got to be fucking lose your job.
You don't have to get the vaccine.
Oh, really?
You can drive your car without a vaccine. That was never a thing.
Can you go to work with a vaccine?
Depends where your workplace is.
Oh, you fucking asshole.
Fatix again sends the same message.
Huge problem.
We're up to $20. Thank you, Fatix. David Gomez for 2. Ashley Babbitt noises. What are those noises?
No, you're fucking shooting. Yeah, that.
Yeah, those are good. Fatix for 2. I'll send more super chats if YouTube wasn't censorious as fuck. Yeah, I'm sorry. Well, we need to set up. There's other ways to send super chats. We need to set up Streamlabs. Wet Bandit for 10.
Yeah, all right.
Oh, more ways for people to give me free money.
Okay.
Again, I'm trying to not kill myself, Dick. The money helps. For 10, y'all should leave.
Miracle
Magic.
cure for suicide. $20.
It is a miracle.
I'm gonna kill myself. Here's $20. Shut up.
If I was a homeless guy, my sign would just say, "I'll kill myself if you don't give me $5."
I would pay you $5 to kill yourself if you're a homeless guy.
Why would I take money to kill myself? Wet Bandit for 10. Y'all should leave Magic/Pokemon and switch to Yu-Gi-Oh. There's literally no black/Troon characters in any card art. All the women are shamelessly large-breasted or cute lollies. I can teach y'all to play.
You lost me at lollies. Yu-Gi-Oh! Just like it just looks creepy.
The card,
the font
weird.
And stuff looks weird. It's like if someone like shows you handwriting, you're like, I think like a pedophile wrote that. I don't know. I don't know why.
I'd rather play Wise Schwartz. Isn't that what all the anime kids like?
I don't know.
Warren for 2. Dick thinks America died with the 13th Amendment.
No, that's not. Okay, whatever.
Whatever. For 2, the only good politician in history was Jefferson. Is that the one who was moving on up?
Yeah.
To the east side.
George Jefferson.
Yeah, George Jefferson. We gonna get these civil rights passed today. Dixon, my arse. I got it. For 5, I got you, Vito. You got me. Can say it? Okay. I've got Dixon. I get it. We did it.
I have dicks in my ass.
Yeah,
Is that better?
Good joke. Classic. Gunranger for 5. Check out Banshees of Inisherin. It's a great movie. Keep up the good work.
Thanks.
Okay. Petty for 5. Missed the episode because I'm at the gym. America was a mistake. Go to the gym, Vito. I agree. Alex Adami for 5. Read this in a Mexican accent. Senor Dick and Senor Vito, where can I submit fan art for the show?
Email or like Twitter or
well,
whatever.
you can always send stuff to biggestproblemshow@gmail.com. Another great place is to be in our Discord channel, which you can get access to by joining us at patreon.com/biggestproblem or back.by/biggestproblem. We got a great fan art channel there. You can post it. Everybody will comment and tell you how great you are. You'll feel like part of a community.
Yeah.
Kara for a big $50. Oh, Kara, goddammit. Haven't had a call to prayer in a while. Happy Easter. No.
The font typeface, the Pokemon font type. Best font type of everything. Easy to read. Easy to read from all the way back on table. Do not have to touch cards. Magic blends in with background too much. Have to flip over. Always have to flip over. Yu-Gi-Oh! Pedophile font. Wing ding, but a pedophile font. All written in a pedophile font.
Yu-Gi-Oh! Is for pedophiles.
Worst font might as well be Comic Sans. For the Yu-Gi-Oh! Shading is also bad, look cheap.
Text box is so tiny compared to art. It's all art, no text. You cannot read the Yu-Gi-Oh! card.
First of all, back of card. For Magic the Gathering, easy to see. 5 element of power, great. Pokemon, says a Pokemon in English. Pocket the monster in the Japanese. Very culture. Yu-Gi-Oh! Look like a butt sex asshole. Goat sex spreading asshole black hole on back of Yu-Gi-Oh! card.
Some guy literally just used the swirl filter in Photoshop.
Look bad. Very bad branding on Yu-Gi-Oh! Very bad. Why Pokemon is best.
It's very, very 1998, the back of the Yu-Gi-Oh! card. All this design looks terrible on the Yu-Gi-Oh!
Not
card.
even enough margin on Yu-Gi-Oh! card. Not enough margin on back. Too much margin on front. Look like a knockoff. Look like a knockoff.
I've been told trap cards don't even matter anymore.
What's a trap card?
I have no idea.
Okay.
I never played Yu-Gi-Oh! Good old Yu-Gi-Oh! Love that call to prayer.
Kara.
Slenderman for 2 somethings. Says, salam alaikum, my brothers. Salam alaikum, my friends. Lemon Trashy for 2. Play Tyrone versus the Cops VR. It's pretty good.
No, is that on VR? The Sneed Mans?
I think I've seen people playing that.
Oh, wow. Cool.
Carlisle P for a big 20. Asks, will Dick be on the next PKA episode?
Yeah, I hope so. I had to call in sick. I'm supposed to argue with that Harley Epic Mealtimes guys. You know,
yeah, that would have been good.
I guess I'm doing it
Are you still going to be able to do it?
Wednesday.
Plug the fucking show.
I'm gonna do it straight out of the horn, straight out of the chute. So, by the way, everything I'm saying is sponsored by Biggest Problem.
Should let me come on and I'll call him an F slur. Then be like
the real one?
I don't know.
Don't say I don't know now. Then you're gonna bitch out definitely on the show.
I'll do blackface, and you should do blackface, and we can say Harley blackfaced us.
I heard somebody at Creator Clash molested a kid. Someone told me that Creator Clash boxing event.
Okay.
Some random person anonymously, a whistleblower, said someone molested a child.
How? Where?
They wouldn't specify. And when I emailed them back, it bounced.
I don't know if you're doing a bit. This is not a bit?
I don't know.
All right. We'll find out.
Children were molested, certainly.
Were molested at Creator Clash.
That's what I heard.
You heard it here first.
No, that's what I heard.
Okay.
So don't bring I wouldn't bring my kids there.
Deluxe for 25 Rons Says Nazis are too cool, or how I made it clear that I never want to get a normal job again. Look, I want a normal job, but if I go to a job, I'm not going to lie to them. If on the job application it says, and how do you think about Nazis? I'm going to go, oh, they're
too
pretty
cool for school,
pretty
man.
cool looking guys.
Yeah.
I don't approve of all the Jew killing, but other than that,
I disapprove of it.
I disapprove of it highly. JJ for 2 says Vito.
Highly?
Don't do the hand. He tells me
I did it in like a gay way,
it's
like
okay,
kind of
flop it out there. Vito, lie about the comic being anti-woke. What would
Dick Masterson
do? Oh, God. Umpty Badoo for 5. Vito, if your campaign fails, please buy the shirt. It will be narratively satisfying, which means you'll have successfully created a compelling story. Thank you. Pete Oxenham for 5. Biggest problem in the universe is artists who threaten to kill themselves. People don't buy their comic. $4.99 to the anti-green.
I think
fund.
you should do that. I think you should just flat out say, like, I've had a rough life. I'm going to kill myself unless I sell
I think
1,000 of these comics.
I think you're not allowed to do that.
I'll say it. As a joke. If you don't buy, if 1,000 people don't buy Vito's comic, he's going to kill himself. For real.
I have like...
As a joke, for real.
Look, I have 1,500 people on my mailing list. We have like 1,500 paid listeners to this show. I don't know how much crossover there is.
Everyone will buy that. I would buy it.
Just buy the comic.
Yeah, or you'll kill yourself.
I'll kill myself. It's a bit. Or is it? Anyway, all right, go up a little bit. Me 04120. You can try and sell a non-culture war product, Vito, but I think now the comic has to be fairly woke or anti-woke to grow. Yeah. Well, yeah. I was going to make like a promo where I'm just like, well, here's the comic and what it's about. And then I was like, literally no one will react to this. And
like just a synopsis?
Yeah. So
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, I will talk about what is on my mind. I do believe certain things.
No, you have to take a tip from the Mario movie. Like they made that trailer with Peach acting like that to provoke a response.
Sure.
And it's not lying because the footage is in the movie and it's totally fine.
No, and I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna say this movie. If you buy my comic, like it's gonna smash Marvel and blah blah blah. It's just like, but I do believe that like right now, if you genuinely care, if you go to the movies and you go, this movie sucks, and then you look at who wrote it, and it was like a bunch of weird ladies who got hired with like no experience whatsoever, and they're ruining all your favorite franchises, you got to go, okay, the only way to fix this, and I keep saying this, is like, we need to make independent media, okay?
Yeah.
The difference is, if you dress, that's the problem I have with Eric July, is that we can create an independent alternative, and then the mainstream will go, oh, those guys are making a shit ton of money. Let's
pivot.
Just give, let's, you know, work with them or whatever else. Like, these guys are saying, like, no, fuck those guys. We're going to create our own, like, whatever. And I'm like,
no.
Like, you might do okay, but, like, at the end of the day,
you don't have the machine in place.
Disney owns fucking everything.
Yeah.
Literally, we are at the point where we just have to convince them, look, a bunch of psychopath activists have told you this is the way to make movies and TV shows.
Yeah.
They're wrong. Like, let's, you make a movie, make a comic book.
That's better than Eric July's thing.
The pitch?
Yeah. His, like, whole, we're going to take down Marvel is retarded.
It's completely...
And his comic book seems like it sucks. Like, no one has said anything good about it that I know of.
I would be fine with him making his own comic if it wasn't like, again, we're going to be a new mainstream and establish a parallel economy. They own everything. They own the means of distribution. They own the movie theaters in which the adaptation of your comic would eventually appear.
Right.
Like, you can't buy the fucking movie theaters.
Yeah.
So you have to look at the system and go, okay, I just need to show the system like, hey, look, I made $20 million. And the Disney's going to go, shit, I want some of that.
Yeah.
Like, that's it. Okay, you have to show them that, like, this is the kind of stuff people want. You can't just be like a stupid asshole and say, no, we're going to be the next Disney. Daily Wire Plus is going to make $1 bajillion. It's like, shut up. Don't be stupid. Hi, Maddie. I love you. Maddie's a good dog. Ultimo for 5. Racism exists because poop is brown and pee is yellow.
Maddie, come here.
We need GMO food that dyes poop, so racism will be fixed. Biggest problem, pee poo poo.
Yeah.
Justin Martinez for 10. Dick needs to do more Vito impressions. That was hilarious. Please don't.
Is that the white thing?
I think so.
I just want to make a white comic book. What's so wrong with that?
We just need to show them that there is a market for
I'm just
this
tired
stuff.
of lesbians and black people in comics.
I don't know what to do.
I don't know.
Kicks Mechanic for 20. Hey, guys, I came here from Destiny. Whoa. That's
Wow,
awesome.
thanks.
Love the channel. Dick, please keep Vito as guest host. God damn it. Yeah, I'm really excited to be the guest host of the show.
Thanks.
Thanks for having me as a guest.
Who's here next week.
Yeah, thanks for all the laughs. Thank you, Kicks Mechanic. Me, 4120 for 2. Can we get an AI-generated Careless Whisper cover? I have no idea what that means. Jack Rockstar
maybe.
for $4.99. Excited for Terror Elements to be in the next Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel expansion. Aren't we all?
That's it.
Somebody sent me some of that new Magic set that just came out.
Which one is that?
March
the
of
Lord
the
of the Rings
Machine. I gotta
ones?
get that. No, the Lord of the Rings ones don't come out for a little while. Oh, one last super chat. You just got Vito. Roll it back. Dick missed it. Where? Which one?
I'm excited.
AI generated Careless Whisper cover. Next, Terror Elements.
You just got? Where? What is it?
Where did I say?
Thanks
fair.
for all the laughs. Where? Hold on. Let me go to the live chat. Where was it?
Which one was it? Who got me?
Who got it?
Missed it again. He said the thing. Excited
for Terror Elements to be in the next Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel. Where was it?
I don't get it. Maybe it was a different. It must have been a different one.
He said the thing. He said it. Got him. I'll buy some stickers. Got him. Me says he got you.
Screw. He said TBF. Okay, go back. Wait.
I don't know how far to go back.
All right.
You can try to sell a non-cultural, but nowadays I think the comic has to be fairly well. You did get it.
There you go.
I suck.
Cox. There you go. There you go. You got one.
Woo!
You got one, you monsters.
Woo!
I'm gonna fucking kill myself and all of you. If you don't go to superkiller.org and sign up for the mailing list, I want to thank all our biggest supporters. Don't forget, join the show. Patreon.com/biggestproblem. Back.by/biggestproblem. Dick with the dickshow.com. Superkiller.org. So many great places to enjoy us. Been putting up a lot of videos on Vito 2. Come on by youtube.com/Vito2 TWO. We're going to have a lot of fun. See my Mario review. See everything. And we'll be back on Friday with another biggest problem in the universe.
Goodbye.
Go fuck yourself.